Most people don't make that many moves in their career. And when they make a move to a new job, it is a massive decision. So how do you know you're making the right decision when it comes to that moment? Do I accept this offer or do I not accept this offer? In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 different requirements, and I would say you should only make a move if it meets each and every single one of these 5 requirements. Let's go. Now, the first thing you need to consider is whether a company is financially stable. It doesn't matter how good of a job it is. It doesn't matter how good the boss is. It doesn't matter if it's a great step in your career. If you're making a move to a company and is financially unstable, it can be a terrible decision for you. You could get in, do a great job, but all of a sudden the company needs to start letting people go. They need to downsize. They need to right size. They need to make an organizational shift. And as someone who is newer to the company, you're probably a little bit more at risk. Generally speaking, it's also going to limit your growth if your company can't be in growth mode. So no matter how good everything else seems to line up, one of the things that is a must whenever you're considering accepting a new job is that they are in a great and solid financial position. If they're in a poor financial decision, I would absolutely think twice, maybe thrice, maybe whatever 4 times is. My next requirement is that the company is going to provide you with growth, right? So whatever that growth means to you, do they have it? That could be growth in the role. That could be growth in the scope. That could be growth in compensation. If you're making a lateral move and there is nothing more significant, you don't grow, you don't learn, you don't expand your scope of influence, that is something that is only going to be so satisfying for so long. There's some excitement that goes along with taking a new job. And if it's a new job that allows you to step up a level and grow and expand, that excitement will maintain. But if there is nothing additional to the role, if you're basically doing the same thing for company B as you were doing for company A, well, that will get old quick, and the satisfaction that you derived from making the move initially will start to dissipate. Hey, if you're liking this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells YouTube I don't suck, which is awesome, and it helps me grow the channel and motivates me to make more videos like this. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss one of my 3 free weekly videos, all designed to help you maximize your career and land your dream job. The next requirement is that the work is going to feel meaningful to you. Now, this can mean a lot of things depending on, you and your personality and what kind of value you derive from work. Maybe work is challenging to you and there's value there. Maybe it's just a way to provide a mean for an ends. Value there, right? But it's really important that when you look at a new job, do I feel like I will be motivated to show up? The last thing you want to do is make a move from one company to another company just to find yourself less motivated than you were before. So whenever I'm considering a new opportunity, I think about the motivation factor. Am I going to be able to contribute in a way that is meaningful to me? Am I sure of that? Do I have a high degree of confidence that coming in, my contribution, the meaning I derive from the work will be more significant? If I were you, anytime I'm considering a new job, I would absolutely kind of put this into a list and write the pros and cons. Pros of the current job, cons of the current job. Pros of the new job you're interviewing for, cons of the new job. And look at it and try to figure out meaning there. Do you have more meaning? Do you have more contribution? And if not, I wouldn't take the job. Could you see yourself working for this boss long term? Do you think it will be motivating? Do you think it will provide you growth? Look, a company can be great, but if you work for a boss who doesn't push you, doesn't challenge you, doesn't advocate for you, doesn't expose you to growth and opportunity, well, that's going to fall flat. Eventually, that job, as exciting as it might be now, will not live up to the expectations you have of it if you do not have a boss who is going to be a good and motivating boss. So one of the things that you have to consider when you're interviewing with a hiring manager, it can't just be about impressing them. It also needs to be about, okay, what do I think of this person's leadership style? What do I think of this person's communication style? Do I feel seen by this person in this interview? Do they understand me, my motives, my contributions? Do I feel like this would be a person I would want to follow? And if you can't say yes to that at the end of the interview, well, then you probably shouldn't go and work for that person. It's really important to understand why you're leaving your current role, right? If you're looking to interview elsewhere, take a new job, you should know why you were doing that. So when you're about to accept a new job, you should also be able to look at that and go, the things I wasn't getting at my old job, I am getting them here. A lot of people get really fed up with an opportunity. They're at their current job, and for whatever reason, they said, I've got to make a move. And they just make a move to make a move. But if the new company doesn't fix what was wrong in the first place, you're just going to find yourself in the same place eventually. Again, there's a novelty. that'll happen when you make a move to a new company. That's exciting. But if you get there and the same issues are there, the same things that bugged you about your last boss, about your last team, about your last company are persistent here, you will find yourself in the same situation. So I would never take a new job unless the new job satisfied the things at the old job that I was not getting. So it's important that you recognize that and you feel that they truly do fix the problems you have with your current job. Now, it's really important to understand you always want to be the person making the decision. So you always want to get the offer as a candidate. That way you can be the person to say yes or no. But there are things that even great candidates do that wreck their chances of getting a job offer. So I made this video here. This video here is you are probably tanking your chances of getting a job offer. And I lay out some of the most common mistakes so you can avoid them. So I'm done here, but I will see you over there.